Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
This is Conversate with Us with Chris Donovan and Evelyn and Chris.
Well, hello. Welcome to the very last episode of 2020. It's Conversate with Us with Chris Donovan. He's to my right.
Oh, I thought that was me.
You are to my right. What?
I thought you said you were Chris Donovan right now.
No, with
Okay.
Chris Donovan. He's to my right.
I wasn't paying attention at the very beginning. I apologize.
Wow, really? We just started and you're
Okay.
already not paying attention?
Okay, ready, go.
Hey, welcome to the very last episode of Conversate with Us. Conversate with Us. It's the last episode of 2020 with my favorite person in the whole wide world, Chris
Pee Wee
Donovan.
Herman.
Chris Donovan. He's to my right.
Hi, wife. That's my wife, Evelyn and She's
Hi.
my best friend.
Yay. Aw.
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 Aw. Babe.
Why are you making all those noises? Oh, do I have to keep going?
Oh, sweet.
You are. It's true.
I know. We
This
are
year-
definitely.
If
And we got
anything-
closer this year, too.
If anything, this year has shown me that more. So,
I got all like kind of warm inside. Thanks.
it's freezing in our house, too, so
I'm
that's weird.
freezing, so that felt good. Do more of that. It was like a toasty fire in my belly.
Right? So we're going to do a little 2020 in review, kind of recap our show, kind of the highlights that we liked or didn't
And the
like.
fails. You know, a lot of people talking about 2020 being a wasted year, and I don't feel like that at all. And I think us chatting about the things that were so good about it and, you know, not so good, and all the lessons we learned will be kind of a fun way to, you know, and close out this year and then start fresh again.
And we've learned that talking about things kind of helps you move on.
It really does. And I think between the two of us and, you know, when we launched the podcast, it came from a place of we needing to be able to have a vocal outlet, especially for you.
Yeah, it was on my birthday last year.
Yeah. And it was after a series of like unfortunate events for us. And I think and for you specifically, you know, and what you were going through at the time. And so we, you know, that's why we launched this. And I think this year has proved that this was the right move for us.
Yes.
For sure.
I agree.
Just to be able to talk to each other and also to people who can relate to what we go through every day.
Yeah, and with the way COVID took over early in the year and people having a lot of time on their hands, we hope that, you know, it would get you through a day.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's all. And we just want to be your friends and, you know, and know that you're not alone. And we generally start with food because it's eating with us, conversate with us.
Okay, can I start? Because we're going to not recap, but we're going to talk about some things that happened out through the year, and I think I should start strong.
Okay,
right.
Start strong.
Burning the roast. The roast. Burning the prime rib for the first time that Garrison and his wife came over to eat dinner with us.
Yes.
And it was like an introduction, and I burnt the hell out of it.
Garrison is my producer, in case you're just new to the show. For my radio show, became good friends with him and his family. Love his little baby girl. And they come over from time to time. Through the pandemic, we have kept our circle very small.
This was before. This was in January. This was before the pandemic.
You're so right. This was in January.
So I had put a prime rib on, and I'm like all proud because I'm actually good at cooking them for most of the time.
That's true. Yes, you are.
And so he was coming over kind of for the first time, and I you know what?
You
There's
failed.
no excuse.
No, you caught it. It caught fire. It almost burned the house down.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. I run outside, and if you've heard this episode, then you know because we laughed about it before.
Oh, my God.
But just to recap, I noticed it was smoking a little more than normal. Out there. So I went outside. This is all on camera, by the way. I don't know if we saved the camera because it's so funny.
Oh, I'm sure I did.
Video footage. I lift up the barbecue, and I'm like, oh my God. I had to close it up. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Yeah, I screamed too loud.
No, you're fine.
I had to close it. I was like, I run back inside and I'm like, Chris, it's on fire. It's on fire.
And I'm like, what's on fire? Like I don't have a barbecue going.
I think I even blow it. I think I even like went go out. I didn't know what to do. Because it was just I didn't know. So we ended up. You ran back outside, and it was almost a total loss.
I put the fire out. We had some prime rib appetizers, but then I went and got Juan Pollo.
Yeah, there were parts of the prime rib that were fine.
Yes,
but not
the middle parts.
The middle parts, and it was just like very, very burnt. It was so funny. I mean, literally with this, had we not paid attention a little bit, I think we would have caught that tree on fire.
Oh, quite possibly.
That's right by our backyard.
Worst part was it
barbecue.
Cost a lot for that prime rib.
I know, it was such a waste. And we were,
it's so
and it was
sad.
It was funny because Anna and Garrison were cracking up. They're like, well, and we're like, I swear he's good at this. I don't know what happened. We'll make right by this. Ran to Juan Pollo and go get
by the
some
way,
chicken.
Thank you, Juan Pollo, for the assist right there, being my wingman.
That's definitely one of the biggest food fails of the year.
Yeah, it was.
It was funny though, and it started. I guess true to form for 2020.
That was the very
Kicked off
first
the
show
year.
for 2020.
Was
honestly,
it really?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, that's so funny.
I know, right? It's kind of like the beginning of a major league. They're like, you can kind of tell how they're going to do with their year by the first batter.
Yeah.
And he dinks a little, hits the ball barely because he accidentally swings and he gets on base for he's safe. We started it off with burnt prime rib.
That's right.
We should have known.
We should have known what was to come for 2020.
We should have called Trump at that point and been like, dude, close the borders, close everything, stop
There's
flying.
going to be a pandemic. We already know. This is some bad juju going on.
Yeah, that prime rib took off quick. We have to worry about things. What did you have? Did you have one of those?
My food fail also happened when Garrison and Anna were over.
That's
the eggless cake.
Wow.
So they were here for Halloween, and we did like a whole baking thing because pandemic. So we decided not to go. We weren't going trick or treating, so I told the kids we'll just bake and do candies and just do all that kind of stuff
And dress up
and all that. And we did the cake, and I forgot to put eggs in it. And what's even more funny is we have chickens who lay eggs. So
we didn't then though. They weren't laying at that point.
Yeah, they were
At Halloween?
Yes, full on laying eggs.
Oh yeah, you're an idiot.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
That's what was the whole thing. I was like, I have 75 million eggs, and I freaking forgot to put the eggs in the cake.
That was our eggless anniversary episode on November 5th.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were full on laying eggs at that point.
They were.
They've been laying since, I think, September.
Which is great. Because we'll get into that topic in a minute. But I mean, there's one other food thing I wanted to touch because it was Instapot, which was triggered by last Christmas. The chicken pesto.
That's my. I wrote that down as one of my favorite foods of 2020.
Yeah,
that was super good.
That was one of my favorites.
Pressure cooker chicken pesto.
I just say Instapot because it kind of means all those things in one word.
I think it does. Yeah. We have the one that we have is a multi-pot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which sounds.
Message us and I'll send you a link because it's really awesome.
It is.
Yeah,
it's God, it's so good, but it's so bad for you.
The chicken pesto?
Yeah,
it's
because
not that bad.
it's the cheesy and the carbs that we're not so into right now. But oh my God, it sounds so good. Can we make it right now? We actually have all the ingredients.
Well, we thought about that. I was thinking about what we should do because technically, so if you're not going to hear it probably today. Well, I don't know. Are you posting this today?
Yeah, I'll post it right away.
Okay, so today is actually the last day of the year. We're recording this on New Year's Eve, so I am going to do a Snack-a-Palooza tonight.
Yes.
So our really great friend Danielle does Dessert-a-Palooza every year,
which is awesome.
She's so incredible, and this year she brought it to us.
Yes.
Surprised us.
She's amazing.
She went door to door with all her friends and did a little, 6 feet away, but did a delivery drop for Dessert-a-Palooza. Which, by the way, I have to I hope she hears this because I just need to say, Danielle and Quentin look freaking amazing. They did keto this year and lost, I don't know how much weight, but they look beautiful. So anyway, she still wanted to do all the Dessert-a-Palooza right thing. So she brought stuff to us. So I was like inspired by her a little bit and thought, well, how can we do this but make it something for closing out the year?
Yeah.
So we're going to do Snack-a-Palooza. And dinner tonight is going to be all like different snack foods that we love.
Yeah.
But all out. And it's only our family tonight and Julian's boyfriend. And that's
Which
it.
is the first time actually in a long time. It's just been us. We've either been with my family the last couple of years or your parents have been here.
My parents have been here with us. Or my brother,
Yeah, but it's good to see that. I mean, it's your brother's first year in their new home.
Yeah. And we would be going there, but
driving
and all of that. So not only that, I'm going to get into this in a second about my right now.
Yeah.
About why I think we're going to stay here, but I'll explain that in a few minutes. But after we talk about food.
Yeah. Actually, I think we're pretty much done talking about food, except for the fact that when we did go, we were lucky enough to go to Idaho in July.
Oh, you're going to talk about fry sauce?
Yeah. The fry sauce, which I'm accustomed to because I'm from Washington, but you guys are not. And you guys are like, what's fry sauce? I'm like, it's just a convenient way to say mayonnaise and ketchup put together.
Yeah. And mayonnaise, I mean, who doesn't do that or do
Thousand Island.
Not Thousand Island, Ranch and ketchup together is bomb.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but Grumpy's too. I want to give a shout out to Grumpy's. That was a great burger, and I can't wait to go back.
Oh my God! If you ever go to Idaho, try to find that place. It's Tom Hanks' favorite place.
It is
in Idaho.
All right.
Okay, let's get into our right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay, what's your right now?
My right now is honestly, this is my last show for 2020.
Yay! You have been working really hard during the break.
Trying. Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky that being home is where my studio is, so it's kind of nice being stuck here. But yeah, my last show for 2020, I'm really excited because we did start this 1.5 years ago on my birthday for me, and I think it's helped me a ton.
Yeah.
And honestly, next year, my plan is a different podcast or season for podcasts every month next year for Funner.
Yeah.
And I have January and February already lined up, so I'm super excited to announce it.
Yeah, and oh my God, I can't wait for you guys to hear about this. And not only that, Chris, if I may just say, really took this year to take advantage of, growing the business.
I had an opportunity and I took advantage.
You did, and it was a really good move. And I'm so proud of the episode. The podcasts you're producing right now are so good. Like, if you get a chance, just go to thisisfunner.com. You'll just check out the podcast that he's got. Carrie Madrid's podcast is really, really good.
Handle with Care, Breast Cancer, and Beyond.
And you're co-hosting it now because she would not let you off the hook on that, which I thought was so funny.
And we built a studio for her in her office, which is pretty dope. So
it's so cool.
Yeah.
And then you've got your, Winning in Asia podcast, which is so good.
There's on top of This Is Funner, I have clients that I produce podcasts for also, which aren't even on there. So the one she's talking about now is Winning in Asia. I do for a company called Zozo Go.
And so good.
Yeah, and I'm actually helping them upgrade their video stuff now, and I do if you grind.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name.
If you don't grind.
Yeah, with JT Rogan.
And that's good. That was kind of one of the first ones you kind of launched for.
Yeah, I worked with him at Podcast One, and he came with me on the Hardball podcast.
Yeah,
and he came to me for his own.
It was just super cool. And so, I mean, I just love that. And then of course, we have all our family podcasts that we're doing, and Aiden's podcast is done freaking amazing.
Yeah, his is done really well.
We're gonna we got to work on Aiden's video now because he is just.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
People, I can't explain this to you. My 12-year-old son kicks our asses in the podcast world. I don't know. He's so good.
He's so good. And you can't teach it.
No, you really can't. He's just good at it. And I think we keep looking at him going, dude, you got to expand this because you're getting a ton of downloads and kids love listening to you. Clearly, he's doing a gaming podcast and it's people just love it. So it's so fun. I'm excited. Our family grew this year. It was really nice.
Yeah, we had some great opportunities, and then we took advantage of, I think, as much as we could with the situation. But
everything's slowing down. Yeah.
And when she says, and again, I want to elaborate just really quick. This is Funner. The website, everything that's about that, everything you hear edited, everything you hear recorded, I do. Like, I don't have a team. I don't have a bunch of people.
No.
I have some family members that help from time to time.
Yeah.
That's Evelyn. But it's just me. So just same shameless plug. You need some work done, let me know.
Yeah. He could do anything. I'm not even kidding. He could do anything. Like, he's so good. That's the one. That's the reason I married you.
That is true.
I actually
can do everything except manage money well.
Okay, well, there's that.
What's your right now?
Okay, so my right now is going back to what we were talking about earlier. So the reason we're staying home tonight.
Yes.
So prior to Christmas, and we did not do a podcast last week because there was a whole lot going on. My daughter had a COVID scare. And it took over our lives, Julian, and it was nothing to worry about, thank God. But her boyfriend ended up positive for COVID.
Yep.
He was totally fine, asymptomatic and everything. But we didn't find out. We found out he was positive. Or no, we found out he had a scare. So we waited. And we were like, okay, we'll go get tested. Julian only saw him for a brief moment when he was dropping off toys for our toy drive.
Yeah.
Little did we know, of course, what is it? No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah, right.
That was the good deed that went punished. Poor thing.
Here's the free toys. Oh, by the way, I have COVID.
And I didn't know. And he didn't. He was exposed that day at baseball practice, and I don't want to go into that because it will make me very mad. It's not his fault whatsoever. Be responsible, people, is all I'll say. Be responsible. So anyway, he didn't know he was exposed. He went and got a test. They forgot to send in his results until Saturday. He went in on a Tuesday, and on Saturday, the office that he went to get his test finally sent him in. So we were waiting all that week.
Yes.
But we were like, I was really I wasn't worried because I knew Julian had only seen him for like half a second.
And I wasn't worried either, but Julian was driving herself crazy.
Right. So then finally Monday morning we find out he's positive, which is a week later. He's almost not exposed. He's not even contagious anymore. 10
day quarantine.
Yeah. So we find out he's positive, and then Julian's like, well. And I go, I don't think I don't think any of us is exposed. Like, I think we're fine. She's like, well, my dad, is saying if I want to go over for Christmas, I need to get a test.
Tested, yeah.
Because my grandpa, and I was like, okay, well, then let's get you a test anyway. Get her a test. She spent the next 3 days freaking out, even though we all were like, no, dude, I think you don't have it. Yeah. Finally, Christmas morning, we got the results, and she was negative. Thank God.
So we were able to give her all our presents.
Right. We were like, lock your ass in the room.
We're holding them away. We're like, no, these aren't yours until you're negative.
Until you're negative. We were very calm the whole time. Everything was good, but, she was more concerned.
Yes.
She just was letting it get to her. You know how you are when you're younger. Like, right. Oh, what if I ruined everything? So she didn't get to see her boyfriend for Christmas. She didn't get to see her boyfriend on his 18th birthday. She didn't get to see her boyfriend, or she finally got to see her boyfriend on their little anniversary, which is their little 2-year anniversary. So it was weird. Like, it was like a really weird week because it was basically the worst week he could have ever had to be quarantined. It sucked. Yeah. I felt so bad for him.
His birthday and everything,
his 18th birthday, like, totally. There was a whole big plan. He was going to come to our house. We were going to do a little thing, and then they were surprising him at home later that day. It was like a whole thing. And everything was scrapped.
Everything got changed.
Yeah. But for his birthday, we gave him a Christmas tree full of lotto tickets, which was kind of fun.
Yeah.
We finally got to give it to him over the weekend.
He won like $30 or something.
Oh, yeah. He won some money. Anyway, so long story short, New Year's Eve is today.
Yep.
And she's finally wants to celebrate a holiday with him because she didn't get to do it. And I felt like that would not be nice, taking that away and going somewhere away with my brother or my mom and dad. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, because we'd be making her drive.
Oh, for sure. She's the designated driver. That's 100%. So they are going to come here, and that's it. It's just going to be him and our family of 5, and that's it. Because, got to keep it safe.
Yeah, and we'll probably not do a whole lot.
Snackapalooza. What are you talking about?
Snackapalooza.
And I have a theme for tonight.
Tub.
I told you what my theme for tonight.
What is that?
Dance party.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dance party.
So,
I want to do board games, too, and stuff. Like
we're going to do that for sure. And then It's going to turn into a dance party at 11 o'clock at night. My mom, for Christmas, bought me the most beautiful, amazing gift. I am not going to lie. It might be one of my favorite gifts.
What is it?
It is a sign that says, "This kitchen is for dancing."
Oh, yeah, you almost cried.
If you follow us online at all, you know what my kitchen is. It is a dance floor. Our kitchen is small, but beautifully perfect for a dance floor.
Yeah, it's got the nice flooring.
It is our most open spot.
Yeah.
And it, for some reason, when the kids are doing stuff in the kitchen, we are dancing. And so it has become
Always.
our dance floor. And even every year or whenever we're just doing something and we're like, the music is on, we dance in the kitchen. And my mom found this plaque, and I don't know where she found it. It's so perfect. It matches my...
Not even a plaque. It's a full-on picture.
It's a picture sign, yeah. And it matches my kitchen, and it's a little rustic looking, and I just, oh my God, I love it.
It's perfect. It's the right colors and everything.
Yeah, so it's going up tonight. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna take down one of my little signs and put that one up, and
that's the Santa Claus we're taking down.
The Santa Claus is gonna come down anyway.
Yeah,
so
with that kid that's all like Mad Dog and the other kid in Santa's arms.
It's Santa Claus with angels. It's not kids.
One of
it's
the angels is like Mad Dog and the other angel. He looks all like, "Hey, why are you in that arm? I should be in that arm."
It's a beautiful painting. It's actually it was my mom's.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful painting, but one of the kids is pissed off. All right, so then let's get into our topic, which is basically 2020 in review.
Okay.
And now this is going to be our review of how the year kind of went for us and or things that stuck out.
Yeah.
So first thing I kind of want to go with is the biggest thing that I think our family had to do this year was filming that TV show.
Yeah, that was one of our biggest, I would say one of my most, well, I don't know if it's funnest moment. I would say it was
a big adventure.
It was the biggest adventure of the year.
Yes, and what happened? If you haven't heard, we flew to Idaho in July to film a show called Survivalists. It's currently airing on BYU TV.
And our episode is January 12th. We just got word.
Yeah, so we're going to be the first episode of 2021, hoping that would maybe set the tempo for it.
I hope so. Oh my God, I'm so scared to see people's reaction.
I'm not scared at all. I think it's going to be great.
It was 20 pounds ago for me.
Yeah, it was.
Isn't that
about
nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I both are going to look different on that.
Yeah, we are going to look different.
Yeah.
Yeah, the camera adds pounds too.
It is what changed my perspective on things.
And then her perspective changed mine.
Yeah.
So anyway,
we came back to healthier.
That was the biggest thing I think that we were able to do. We did a lot of stuff up there. We went and saw Ernest Hemingway's grave.
Yeah.
Which is real gnarly. His
walked
wife
to it. We hiked to it. It was crazy.
We hiked 11,000 feet.
Yeah, we did.
We got to spend some really cool times as a family. We got to eat some really cool restaurants, and honestly, it probably helped us break up
what the pandemic was putting
lockdown.
us through. Yeah, yeah, for sure. It was one of those times where we were like, should we travel? We were a little nervous, but they were reassuring us that they were going to be very locked up and that everybody was tested and everybody was negative and all these things.
And it was early on too, so
kind
not early. It was when they started opening it back up more.
Yes, at that point things started to open back up again.
Yeah, and the good thing was I felt super safe on the planes. And
oh my God, it was like the easiest flight. I tell everybody that. I was like, the way that they did it, was Delta.
It was Delta, yeah.
They had us separated, and I didn't feel packed in there.
Not at all. So that was I think that was my biggest moment for me.
Yeah.
In a family
Our
sense.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't wait for everybody to see. I can't wait, but I also super nervous. I wish we could have a big viewing party.
I hope there's a reunion show.
I would love to see the families. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so beside that was one of my top moments for sure of the year. The other one would be Julian's Student of the Year campaign.
Yes, and that was pre-COVID into beginning COVID.
Yeah, the last few weeks.
It ended in right then. It just, yeah.
There was they didn't do the grand finale until June.
But it was virtual.
Right?
Yeah, because they were trying to hold out to see if they could do it in person.
And it just never, obviously, nothing came to fruition with that. But she raised $64,000 in 2020 for cancer research.
In 8 weeks. 7 weeks. We raised $61,650
in 10 weeks.
So she kicked our ass.
She did. and we did that 10 years ago. I'm so proud of her.
Hey, inflation. We still beat her.
Stop.
I'm just kidding.
In a pandemic, in the year 2020, Julene and our family and her team of amazing people raised $64,000 for cancer. That's incredible.
Yeah, we turned the mom prom into
a virtual Facebook event.
Yeah. It worked out. It was fun. It was one of the first virtual event we did in our backyard.
Yes,
And it was one of the first ones I've seen online at that time.
It was literally so much fun. People loved watching it. They said it was hilarious, and we just made the most of it. We didn't know what to do at that point. We were still so new to the pandemic. Like, we didn't know what to do. Like, we still just went, you know what? The show must go on.
We did, and I have enough cords and connections and cables to
make it work.
Yeah, to make it work.
Yeah, we did. We were in our backyard, and we had a backdrop. It looked like we were on a TV set.
It did.
Yeah.
And who's the backdrop people? Shout them out.
Balloons and Blooms by Monica. She is incredible. Her business actually bloomed this year a lot because people were looking for backdrops for pictures and just trying to keep it small in the pandemic.
Yeah.
She would do yard signs. Remember how yard signs were such a huge thing because you couldn't have a party. So she started doing yard signs at her company. She was able to buy herself a big van, and it's wrapped with balloons and blooms for Monica by Monica. And I just so proud of her too. She's a local. She's Riverside. She's local to us, and
very nice, very good work, very cool stuff.
Gosh, you got to see. She's literally inspired me to go, man, I want to start buying some of this kind of fun stuff.
And that's going to roll me over into the next thing that I really remember about the year, and that was the second virtual event we did in our backyard, which was for our boy 5 Cent.
Yes.
Which she helped with the backdrop then, but we had a handful of people that came through during the day while we were doing the camera, but we had a virtual event, and it was a long event.
It was long. It was super long.
5 hours?
5 hours. And here's the thing. Had we not done the mom prom virtual, I don't think anyone would have thought, or we would have thought, we could pull it off.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't have been. I think it wouldn't have been one of those option kind of things.
Yeah,
and not to mention it was 112 degrees out.
Oh my God, it was the hottest day of the summer.
But
the hottest day of the summer. I don't know if. Thanks, 5 Cent.
Yeah, you're right. That was him right there.
That was him going.
You're gonna sweat it out.
I'm gonna.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Really see if these guys like me,
right?
How much they loved me.
So that was we had D Dizzle came through, Jeff Pope came through,
all the past KGI people that loved and knew 5 Cent, our good friend. If you're new to the show, by the way, 5 Cent was a former co-host, co-worker with me at the radio station for many, many years.
He's a rapper. He's an entertainer. He's a hype man.
People just love him. He had full of energy, and unfortunately this year he passed away. And that was really rough to go through, knowing it wasn't of COVID or anything like that.
I think the hardest part was when we were seeing everyone. We were like, everybody's like, oh, you can't hug and you can't.
Yeah.
You couldn't get that release of when you see that person, you're like, oh my God, we both feel the same way. You were like, oh, because COVID, everybody's like so standoffish.
Yeah.
So I remember that. I think that the live event was that release for everyone. It
really was. It was so nice. And we were so lucky. We had the tables, the chairs. We had tents set up. And we made it comfortable where people weren't uncomfortable because of the pandemic.
Yep.
And we made it look... our backyard looked great.
It looked really, really cool. And luckily we have a pool so people were able to cool off.
Yeah. That was the whole idea. It was like, okay, at least we have a pool and the size of our backyard, people can be socially distant.
Oh God, yes.
And we can still try to raise money for 5 Cent's family. And we did.
We did good. So
yeah.
Rip 5 Cent.
Yeah,
love you, bro.
Peace. Love you always. That was one of the big bummers of 2020 for sure for us. For our family.
We have the button hanging in our garage.
Yeah, I wonder if I should give that to his wife. I didn't even think about that. It's really cool. It's hanging in there. Yeah, it's ours.
It's ours.
Yeah. We did have it made.
What else? That's 3. What do you have anything else you wanted to?
Oh gosh, favorite moments of the year?
Yeah, like what else? What else did we do this year that like blew you out of the water?
Oh, what did we do this year? Oh God.
You started your farm, young lady.
He won't let me get a goat though.
I would let you get a goat.
Would you let me get a goat?
I would.
I don't think you'd let me get a goat.
If you can make it stay on the hill and eat everything up there, so I don't have to clean it up. So you basically put a stake in the middle or make a fence.
We started the Funner Family Farm this year because at Easter
COVID.
time, there were no eggs. There was an egg shortage. And I was fed up. And I was like, well, if we had chickens, we'd have our own eggs. And the kids went, what?
Because
Can
we can't make
chickens?
Right? Because we can't make toilet paper.
I know, unfortunately. So we got chicks, baby chicks, and we raised them all the way to now. They are thriving in our backyard, and Daddy did a great job building up a nice coop for them. We have officially, we started with 10. We now have, 8 chicks. 2 ducks.
Yep.
We thought we had a lot of roosters. We have 0 roosters, which is crazy, which means
it's unheard of.
Yeah, people always think they're going to get a rooster or 2 in there, and we got no roosters, which is good. We didn't want roosters because, then means baby chicks. And
We do have a male duck, though. He's kind of a jerk.
We have 1 male duck, which I don't know what we're going to do with him.
We will have duck a la mode one night. All right, so I wanted to touch on a few things about the year, like in TV movies, like stuff that stood out to us. And it didn't have to be something that was released this year, but it was just something that we watched or,
that we really liked in 2020?
Because we had a lot of extra time on our hands.
I think a lot of people have been binging like crazy.
Oh, we binged Grey's Anatomy from 0 to now.
Holy crap, we did that. Yeah, we did.
So we had a lot of extra time.
Yeah, we
and
did.
again, it was just playing in the background a lot of the time for when we were doing things, but still, we watched every 7,000 seasons.
And you know what? I really have a great new appreciation for Grey's Anatomy.
I do too.
I know why I loved it so much years and years ago.
And not to mention, they basically took COVID head on this season.
Oh, yeah, they did. That's crazy.
So that was nice to see.
Okay, so what else?
Not the only other thing, but one of the big things that I remember in this house would be Hamilton.
Oh my God, Hamilton.
Hamilton was huge in our house, and I think it was one of the ones that but it helped Cassie and I. Like, remember when I took Julian to school every year? We were listening to the
Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack.
Every time Cassie and I would just get in the car and go pick up free lunches or whatever we were doing, we'd be listening to Hamilton. So it was that thing. It was the thing. But we watched the movie. We had viewings outside by the pool. It was just like our whole house was Hamilton for this year, I think.
Yeah. Aww.
So that was one of my. What do you have? What are you going?
One of my favorite shows of the year was this. Oh God, this is hard for me.
I know, because I'm afraid of what you're going to say, and I'm going to call you wrong.
There's two.
I know what you should say.
Don't tell me that. You don't know me.
I do know you.
My favorite show ended this year, so Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, that's the one you should say.
Okay. Schitt's Creek is my favorite show.
Not to mention they won every award possible.
I know, and I'm sad to see it go, but I hope they do a movie or something. And then, so besides Schitt's Creek, though, not very close, but at least it was a really good show. For me, this was like the best show of 2020. That's a brand new show.
Okay.
Ted Lasso.
Yes.
I loved Ted Lasso. I loved that show so much. It was the feel-good love show I needed.
And that's on my list, too. That's actually right under Hamilton. And
Is it really?
Not like this is the top whatever, but Ted Lasso was definitely something I needed later in the year.
Yeah. It was not a downer show, not a drama show. It was funny and feel-good, and I wish I had a friend named Ted Lasso.
It was ridiculously unhateable.
Yeah. It was really unhateable.
Like you
had to love
not
it.
like it.
Yeah.
And everybody, it's funny because everybody in the show is going through the same feelings you are because you're just meeting Ted Lasso.
Yeah. So Ted Lasso, okay, so if you want to watch it, it's on...
No, you want to watch it.
Yeah, for sure. It's Apple Plus. It's Apple TV. Apple TV, Ted Lasso, if you can watch it. It's Jason Sudeikis, and he is a coach of a football team, a high school football team. And he gets recruited to coach one of the biggest Premier League soccer teams in England. And that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
He knows nothing about soccer, and that's it.
But he's very nice.
But he is Ted Lasso, and
that's all you got to know.
That's
Just
it.
Watch it.
And if you can, follow Ted Lasso on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ted Lasso's on Twitter?
Yes. Okay, so I tweeted about Ted Lasso because I was like, oh my God, I love this show so much. It's everything I needed. Jason Sudeikis liked my tweet.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Which I thought was like, oh my God, he saw my tweet.
Hold on.
But Ted Lasso posts positive and like inspirational sayings that are also really funny. It's super cute.
Oh, I am following. Coach of AFC Richmond.
Yeah. It's so good.
That was a great show. That was
show.
That was what I needed later in the year. Later in the year for sure.
Yeah.
One of the things that obviously I think both of us really, really enjoyed this year was The Mandalorian.
Oh, Mandalorian was great.
Yeah. Baby Yoda, Groot, the child.
Yeah.
Not Groot.
No.
Grogu.
Groot
standing in front of me. Groot's right in front of me staring at me. Grogu.
What a weird name. He's still Baby Yoda to me. But yes. Yeah. That was a good season. In fact, and if you haven't seen it, I'm kind of bummed that it's like kind of over.
Kind of, yeah. He's like, I mean, if you think about it, how the world is evolved with the Star Wars lore, it's like, Luke Skywalker had his 3 movies, and then Rey had her 3 movies, but Luke Skywalker just showed up in a couple of them,
right?
Now Mandalorian's going to start showing up in things because in the Mandalorian, obviously Boba Fett showed up and Ahsoka, so they all had kind of their series, and now they're just going to be those popular characters in that universe, and I am so excited for all what's coming.
I know. You and Aiden both freaked out about the Book of Boba.
The Book of Boba. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not doing it right now.
Don't geek out on me right now.
No. We wanted to do resolutions, right?
Yes. Okay. So last year on the show, we made a resolution. We talked about what we wanted to accomplish, and the thing I chose was to run half marathons.
Yes.
And then
those were all canceled.
COVID happened. So, unfortunately, did not get to do that. So that is on my list, and I will not let anything stop me.
But you did hike.
I did.
A lot
in Idaho.
In the mountains.
And I am finishing 2020 stronger than I started it.
Yes.
100%.
How much are you down?
20-something pounds.
Good job.
I got a lot more to go, though. A lot more to go.
I shouldn't drink this beer right now, but yeah, I know so sure.
I got a lot more to go. I mean, in my mind, I do. But I am so much stronger than I was, and I turned 40 in the year 2021.
She does.
So I've got 9 months to kick my own ass and feel better than I ever did.
And I'm with you there. And I think you've seen that, too, because we've been working on the treadmill, eating healthier, eating less.
Yeah.
Doing all those.
Eating the right things. It's not even about eating less. It's just eating the right things.
You've seen my plates. It's eating less.
Yeah, I guess so. For you, it is for sure.
I'm like, I don't need 3 chili cheese dogs. I can have 1. But yeah, no, I think we're both in that same mind space, and we've had some opportunities over the last few months to be able to start that. And I think the trip to Idaho really kind of did that for us.
It was a game changer. I will not lie. And when you see the episode, I
think you'll understand more.
You'll see why. And just because you'll see, it's probably even harder than you're going to see. It was hard. And so it was one of those things, and it's hard for every family that does it because it's like crazy, but remember, it's called survivalist. It's not like it's called a jaunt through the mountains.
Yeah. It's not like we're going to grandma's house through the woods.
Yeah.
But no, if you were follow BYU TV on Twitter or Instagram, we were there when we were filming. They were filming another episode. The other episode already aired like a while ago.
Yeah.
But the one quote from the dad, the daughter's like, "Hey, what's the plan for tomorrow?" And the dad's like, "To not die."
And we can relate so hard.
We were in the same campground.
Yeah, we know that family because they were filming their episode at the same time.
It was so funny.
I was like, yep, that was basically our goal. Please, let's not die tomorrow. Can we just survive this? You guys have. Oh God, I can't wait for you to see it. Oh, no. I'm kind of scared.
I'm into you. I'm there. get healthier. And the only other resolution that I kind of wanted to throw out was more video. I think I'm going to try to get into more video.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, maybe
even it's going to be super raw because I just don't have the time for all of it. But
no, and even if it's just us doing these episodes on video too, so people can watch them if they want to, because we're dumb and silly when we record.
Considering you're sitting on a couch right in front of me.
Yeah. So we're going to have to plant. I'm looking at our living room right now. We're going to have to put a camera in a really odd spot in order to really capture us.
We could probably put one right there. You just
where the Christmas tree is.
Yeah. You'll have to look that way, and I'll have to look that way. But you won't ever get to look at me.
I know. I need to look at you though, so that won't work. But we'll figure it out. So that my resolution is I'm going to do a half marathon in 2021 again. I'm going to get back into it. We have so many medals that we love showing off to people, and I'm so far removed from them right now because I was just in a different place in my back and everything. But
you're stronger.
I'm stronger.
Yeah,
I worked my ass off for the last 3 months or really more, 4 months, I guess now almost.
Yeah.
And my trainer's been kicking my butt, and
Rusha's been doing great.
She's badass. If you need a good trainer and you're in the Inland Empire, message me. I will tell you she is good and she's sweet and she's not she doesn't hurt me. She understands my limitations and she's really great. But I love her. But anyway, so I'm ending 2020 stronger than I started it. Mm-hmm. That is for sure, which I'm proud of myself on that. But next year is my game changer year. It is.
Okay.
Starting tomorrow. It's my game changer year.
Okay.
And I'm excited about it because
me too.
I like how I feel.
Yeah.
You know
look
what I mean?
Great too. I mean, your energy's higher and everything. So I'm in it too because I think you've seen my changes over the last little bit that I've been trying to get healthier and stuff
for
too.
Sure.
So
for sure.
I think we're both going to make 2021 our bitch.
It's going to be our bitch. That's right. You heard me.
The only other thing I wanted to touch on was as much as I hate distance learning and as much as I hate distance teaching and as much as I hate just being in cabin fever and everything, I'm really appreciating the time I get to spend with my kids because later when they're older in life, they're not going to be here. So I really am appreciating that. Again, I am my expectations of chore level went down. But my
our house is a lot dirtier.
But my school level teaching went up.
Yeah.
So with all of that being said, at least I get to spend time with them. So I'm really happy about that.
You're the champ teacher. I will not lie.
Teacher during the day and editor at night.
Yeah, something like that. Our superhero for sure. You're my superhero. Aww. I got to tell you, I agree with you on that. I wrote down something in my notes that I wanted to talk about really quickly at the end of the show. My lesson learned, and it's kind of funny because you just basically hit it. My lesson learned was slowing down is good.
Yeah.
And we need to. And
we were going strong, hard, fast for 6 years.
It was a lot.
The last two really
I think about it, and while the last two were hard for you and hard for me, and they were hard for us all.
Yeah.
We thought, sometimes you think you're doing the right thing for your kids by putting them in 50 activities and keeping going fast, and your whole family but you have to think about at what cost. What are we missing? We're missing sitting here talking to each other. We're missing those moments, and we got those back this year.
Yeah, we did, and we had those kind of throughout the years before in car rides to places and stuff.
But it's not like we weren't close. Obviously, we're close.
But you're in a car, you're driving, she's texting, I'm doing. It's like everybody's doing something else. And I agree.
It was just slowing down was good, and I got to be honest, there's a piece of me that has a little bit of anxiety about getting back to normal.
Me too.
Whatever our normal is. But I think we need to figure that out now.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be
the normal we had prior.
No.
Because I want Cassie dancing again. And unfortunately, she's not right now because of this. And she misses it. And she misses her friends. And she's very social. So I
miss
want
going
her to
out to
get that
restaurants
back.
And eating.
Yeah.
And just little things that I miss. But again, I'm thankful for the fact that I get to spend time with my family because you never know.
No, you're right.
And then before we go, the only thing I wanted to touch on, and this isn't going to be a downer, but this is going to be people that we're going to miss.
Okay.
People that passed, but I don't think they're getting enough recognition because
of the whole
of
thing.
COVID.
Well, there's a lot of people that pass this year. So
there are a lot of people. And that's the thing, and I think that's why. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. That's fine. But some of these people really influenced a lot of people in this world.
Okay. Who?
Kobe. daughter.
Oh, Kobe. That started in January. We should have known. That's when we should have known.
Yeah, I mean, like him, and then we lose Black Panther.
And his daughter, yeah. Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, that was a big loss.
Then Ruth Bader Ginsburg. We lost her. We lost Sean Connery.
Dang, we lost Sean Connery. I completely forgot about that.
One of the best actors ever.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in Darby O'Gill and the Little People. If you want to dive deep into your Disney Plus, pull that up. It's one of his first movies.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that.
We should watch that. It's hilarious.
Aww.
Debo died.
Debo, that was just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was very recent, along with Darth Vader, David Prowse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of our household.
Yes. So is Alex Trebek.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah.
You know, and then we had Eddie Van Halen, which isn't necessarily a big part of our household, but he is a staple in the music industry.
Yeah.
Like if you say Van Halen, everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That is gnarly. The only other ones not the only other ones.
No, there's a lot.
A couple other ones that hit me are like Grant Imahara from the Mythbusters.
Oh, yeah. Was that this year?
You see what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, it feels like this year was 12 years.
Naya Rivera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Kelly Preston.
Oh my gosh. And no one even knew she was like.
And that was this year.
Passing. Yeah. No one knew she was sick. That was so weird. Wow.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. And then, of course, our good friend 5 Cent. And I do want to say something. My aunt died.
Yeah. Which was hard.
Yeah.
That was hard. That was a few weeks ago.
Very hard a couple weeks ago. And didn't even know. That's the hardest part, I think. So, yeah. And it wasn't even from COVID. That's what.
No, it wasn't. But
anyway,
that's the hard part. I think there's a lesson to be learned from all of these things and there's something that I'm way more opt to do after the year we've had.
Yeah.
I tell people I love them all the time now.
Oh my God, yes.
Isn't that weird? Like, I don't think it's weird, but I think it's weird because some people, I don't know if I'd necessarily back in the day been like, oh, hey, I love you. Have a good day.
Yeah.
I literally say that to people.
We got a text message from Casey, our really good friend. Mm-hmm. I hired him. I got him a job. He's been a friend with me.
He worked with me for many years.
He's worked with you for many years. He said, I love you in a text. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I love you too, man. Like, it's one of those things like you don't think about. It's weird almost. It's kind of like, what is it?
It's a faux pas between guys, kind of.
It's like, it's weird. Like, yeah, like guys don't just say I love you.
No.
This year, I give 2 Fs about freaking what people think. I'm like, no, I love you. I told my best friend that on the phone yesterday, and I was like, hey, I love you, and I really miss you. Like, I can't wait to see you.
Oh, pipes.
I know. Viper, I haven't seen her this is the longest I've gone without seeing her. Yeah. I haven't seen her since last year. And I mean, 2019. So I just miss her tons. And I don't want to ever tell people I don't want them to think I don't love them. Like, I tell people how much I love them.
I've definitely even people like my parents, I've told them a lot more this year.
Yeah.
I've been into contact with them a lot more this year. And I think that has to do with prior years for me, but also COVID.
Yeah. I know my brother, I tell him, what's funny is I don't think I used to ever say I love you to my brother.
Yeah. I never did for a long time to my sister or brother. And now I still don't say it to my brother because he's an
because
asshole.
It's kind of stop it because it's an unspoken thing. You know what I mean? Like he knows I love him.
It's family.
Yeah, and it's with my brother with a sibling thing. It's kind of like, hey, I love you, duh.
Yeah, I have to.
I love and you love me, and I know that if one of us passed or something happened to us, we would be devastated.
Or if something happened, I'd be right behind you, backing you up.
Yeah, totally. But I got in the habit this year, and he did too. I noticed when we were on the phone with each other, and it's not often because we see each other more than we need to be on the phone. But we say it and it struck me the first time.
I can honestly say the first time I recognized it with my sister was probably last year. Mm-hmm. Because of everything I was going.
Yeah.
And then this year.
And that was one of your best friends.
Huh?
And so that's what's odd. It's like, it's one of your best friends in the whole world.
Not anything close to a best friend to you. I'm just kidding.
Shut up.
I'm an asshole.
I love him, that little jerk.
Right?
No, but.
Little, he's taller than you.
No, but it's, you and your sister are so close, but you live so many zillions of miles away, but you're so close, yet you guys weren't regularly saying I love you.
Never.
Until.
God, never.
Yeah.
Never. Not even in texts. Because in text, it's like legit.
Weird.
You say it out loud, it might be a mistake.
Okay, I love you. Oh,
sorry. I mean, see you later.
See ya. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
But now I mean it. Like, and I always meant it before. I love people deeply, but I just wasn't saying it the way that I do this year. This year, I changed that.
I want to say that at 5 Cent's funeral, when we did see the people that we saw, everybody was saying it.
Everyone said it. Yeah. And these were people that were,
we hadn't seen in
they
a
were
while.
my coworkers who
all got fired.
Yeah,
or
laid off, or
furloughed.
or some. I mean, not all of them, but through the years. I'm talking about people through the years.
Yeah,
people that I
worked with forever.
Worked with that were part of my formative years, like really my early 20s when I was just working my butt off and all of these things, and I realized later in life how much they meant to me. Mm-hmm. You don't think about it in the moment.
How much they were part of the foundation that you stand on now.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And then when we see them, I'm like, dude, I love you. Oh my God, I missed you. You know, these things I will not ever do. I will not take that back. That's a lesson learned in 2020 that I'm taking in for the rest of my life.
I agree.
And I'm going to tell people I love them. I don't care. And if you don't want to say it back to me, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
If you're weird about it. But I'm going to let you know I love you.
I agree with you 100%. I think that definitely was something that's come. It's made people appreciate people more.
Yeah.
I want to say the last time I felt this was 9/11, but it was short lived.
Yeah, it was.
COVID's obviously been a lot longer than 9/11,
and we've lost.
But we've lost a ton
more people,
and I think that it's making people realize what's really important about life and what's not to worry about.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I love you.
I love you too.
And I am going to...
I love you more.
That's not true. See, it's always a freaking competition.
I got him a sign that says that. It says, I love you more. Because I do. I compete with him all the time about
Every single day. Like, I can't even text her and be like, oh my God, you're cute. She'd be like, well, you're cuter.
But here's the thing.
But then I win that competition, actually. That doesn't make sense.
And if I'm being really honest with you,
aren't you always?
If I stopped doing that, wouldn't you feel weird?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I've stopped a few things that you probably missed, but I'm picking them back up.
Oh,
I love you.
I love you.
Cheers. We're shooting Jameson
for 2021.
2021, a good year looking forward.
And 2020 for giving us the lessons we needed and slowing us down.
Yes, and making us appreciate life and family more.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my God. Hold on.
It's one of our longest podcasts ever.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Why do you instantly apologize?
I don't know. It's what I do.
If
I should learn.
If anybody's listening right now, you just said, I'm sorry I talked so much. And they were like, oh my God, I loved everything she said.
No. I love you as well. If you are listening right now, I love you. And don't you ever think that somebody doesn't love you, because I do. And so does Chris.
I concur.
So thank you for listening. Hey, we'll be back hopefully next week with a brand new podcast in 2021.
We'll be working on video.
Yes, we will. And we may even be rebranding this Conversate With Us podcast. We're working on a new, maybe a new title for it.
Yeah, because we need to stop eating so much.
Yes, we can only burn so many things.
That and the restaurants are all closed. So we can't go anywhere right now. But anyway, thank you so much.
It might still be called Eat With Us, but
yeah, right.
We'll see.
Thank you so much. This is funner.com. Go there. Look at all the stuff. Check it out. Listen to the shows. And just take care of yourself.
God bless you. We love you. Have a great 2021.
And we'll catch you later.
Conversate with us.
Conversate with us.
Thank you for listening to Conversate with us.